Hi. Wait. Hi. I absolutely can't stand how dark this is. I was like, oh my god, there's sun in the room, so it'll be fine. But no. It's not looking like that, and I don't have like a whole extra light system. I need to make this video. It sucks. Crap. Alright. Well. That's annoying. Alright, whatever. If I move closer. Yeah, it's a little better. Alright, hi everyone and welcome to my bed. These are my pillow pets. I have a Stitch one and a turtle that I got from my friend. I'm in the middle of redoing my room and there's gonna be a video on that coming soon. It was supposed to be, that video was supposed to come out today, but then I'm not finished with my room and I'll get into that a little bit later on in the video. But because my room's still not finished and I don't want to do a lot of editing today because I feel yucky, I decided to make another video and do my makeup to hopefully kind of make me feel a little bit better about how I'm feeling. This week has been such a weird week and I've kind of just been waking up really every day just like tired. I woke up this morning at like 5 o'clock in the morning and I was like fine. I watched WandaVision, the final episode, and then I went downstairs, made breakfast, went on the treadmill for a little bit, and then I came upstairs and I promptly knocked the hell out. Like I just went back to sleep and I'm still so tired. So I'm really trying to wake myself up and like get things going. And so I really don't feel like doing like the bulk of the editing today. I didn't feel like doing it yesterday. I didn't feel like doing it the day before because I've just been so tired. So please bear with me. I would say sorry, but I'm not sorry. I can't change my mood or how I'm feeling. And I promised I was going to keep to a schedule. So I'm just trying to keep my word. Yes. All that said, today's video is going to be on my writing process, or at least a little bit on it because I'm still trying to figure it out. I've been writing one book for the past, I think, 5 years now, and the background noise is my family because they can be not like bad loud, but they can be loud sometimes. But anyways, yeah, I've been writing one book for about 5 years and I still have some work to do because there are still like confusing bits and stuff like that when it comes to writing and making sure that the characters really get their voice. So in the past 5 years I've been growing and figuring out exactly what the recipe is in order for me to produce a well-written and hopefully quickly finished book, at least like the first like draft, because I am a huge perfectionist. Like I will write like 20 pages and then I'll just like scrap half, or I mean I know that every like writer does that, and then I'll scrap, but my situation is that I will scrap half and then like wallow in I'm such a bad writer, everything looks so bad, I can't believe I wrote that sentence, everything's so bad about that. So then the self-doubt kind of delays the writing process, which sucks. So here's what I'm doing in order to make sure that I kind of get out of that like funk as well as producing work. I'm not traditionally trained as a writer, and I say traditionally trained, I feel like I say that loosely, but I didn't go to school to study writing. I went to a few writing classes here or there, but I really didn't learn like a lot. So this is me, like I feel like saying you're a self-taught writer is such like a weird thing to even say because everyone writes. Everyone writes. Everyone writes. Well, if you know how to write and read, then you will. Anyways, I always like create stories and stuff like that in my head, and writing it all down on paper to try and like write out emotions and feelings can be a little bit like So yeah, let's just get into it. I feel like I've talked enough. Alright, so I currently have 3 books in my head, as well as I'm just gonna say it, I have a podcast idea in my head as well. So, and it's all like writing stuff. So I have to figure out how exactly I'm going to create all of that. How am I going to take put the time and energy into each piece. And what I do is I have this planner. I got this planner from Cloth and Paper, and I really like this planner because not only, I don't know what fell out, it gives you like the whole month, and you can like fill out stuff for the month, and then for the rest of the week it has like this, and you can like, I usually use it for like to-do lists and stuff like that when I do use it. And then it also has like the first page with the month. It has like your goals and your to-do list for the month, important dates, bills due and stuff like that, so that I can keep myself organized. I try my best to like have days where I'm working on certain projects. Like Mondays are for one book, Tuesdays for another, Wednesdays for another. I schedule in like days where I can kind of just relax, because I always need days where I can just like zone out. But that is something that's pretty helpful, especially when I actually do stick to it. I have a schedule for this week, and I did not stick to it. I didn't stick to it this week or last week. But once again, Janae's feeling a little depressy and like not want a movie. And you can't control depression. I really don't even know like why I feel like not do anything. I don't even know if it's depression or it's just like fatigue or whatever, but like I really just don't want to do anything, and I keep having all these like magical brain farts. So when these times happen, I also try not to force myself to like write or do much of anything, because I used to do that before, and every time I made something it just came out as like trash when it could have been rainbows and unicorns. But create when you feel like creating, or if you don't feel like creating one day, or you kind of feel like you can, kind of like weave into the iffy moments, like when you're like, I can do a little bit more creativity today. But when you really don't want to do anything, I recommend, and I'm saying this to myself and my future self if I ever watch this video again, do not create when you don't feel like creating, because you write hot garbage when you are tired, when you're exhausted, when you don't want to do much of anything, and then when you look back at it the next day, it's gonna look bad. Unless you feel like exhausted hot garbage and that inspiration is like burning inside you, and you just have to get it out on paper or on your computer screen or whatever, that's when you create. But if you just feel like a hot garbage and you just want to watch anime all day and lay in bed and just like really not do anything or to take out, fucking do it. Because if you create when you're feeling funky, your work's gonna be funky, and that's not what we want. That's not what we want, okay? So I have different journals in order to help me out with different projects. I don't want more stuff falling down. I got these journals from Mockingbird. What's her name? V.E. Schwab. She uses these journals, and I thought that they were so cute, so I bought myself some back when I had like a lot of money during quarantine. You see? Now, do I have to leave this up the whole time? Oh, because the camera's autofocus, so it's probably focusing on something in the back and making me darker. It's so annoying. We're just gonna deal with it, because as I already said, I'm in a funk. But this one says half-assed ideas. The creative ramblings of a restless mind. And they have like a whole bunch of crazy thing. Jittery scribblings of an overly caffeinated introvert. So this one has one story that I was working on that kind of morphed into this story, so this is gonna be interesting. And then this is a whole journal that I have for like the first book, the book that's been taking me 5 years. This is a whole journal and a book all about like things that I want to do to move forward. I write down ideas, small notes, really just anything that comes to mind. If it happens in the middle of the night, I also have like a whole lot of places where I store information. And I realized that that's something that I'm on TikTok far too often, and like there are so many like women that's just like, I had undiagnosed ADHD, and I was like, shit, do I have undiagnosed ADHD? Because when I look at all the like and this and that and this and that, I'm like, that sounds like me. And something that helps a lot of people with ADHD focus is putting bits of information literally everywhere, and that's what I do. I write down notes, I write down this, I write down this. I put a lot of things in my virtually. I have my notes on my laptop. I have Google Docs. I have a whole Google Doc and everything about specific books and stuff like that. And then I also use Scrivener, and Scrivener also has all the information, the character descriptions, scenic-ish, like whatever, everything. World building, all that stuff. It goes in the journals, Google Docs, notes. Well, not always notes, but definitely journals, Google Docs, and Scrivener. That's notes is like when I'm like out somewhere or I'm half asleep at night and I have like an idea, then I'll put it in my notes, and then from my notes I'll transfer it over to the 3 that I've already mentioned. Yeah, so one thing that I'm trying to use to help me like work on my writing, by the way, just like a side note, I just bought Save the Cat Writes a Novel. I saw that one of the authors, I think her name is Shelby, I think it's Shelby Marin, she kept saying Save the Cat in one of her like Q&As, and I was like, you keep saying it, like let me pick it up. So I picked it up and now I'm reading it. I'm a little bit in. The thing is that when I read this, I'm like, oh my god, I have something else to do. I need something else to do. So I always like take a pause, and then like I'll like, because I started reading this book, I changed from multiple point of views to like, it's more like a dual point of view now, so I have to like alter the whole book. I think that the funniest thing with me talking, because I also don't plan on editing this video at all, is that my nephew is sitting on the toilet. He's like, are you gonna wipe my butt? To my sister. I think that's so funny, and this is gonna be stuck in the universe for forever. Yeah, anyways, so Save the Cat Writes a Novel. It has a lot of great information. I changed my story from multiple POV to dual POV with 2 main characters, because one character was supposed to be like a side character always, and then I realized that he had more story than a lot of the other characters. So instead of using all the other characters in order to tell the story, I'm just going to use 2. So I have to alter all the scenes in order for it to incorporate him into the story, which is interesting. And when I first started, it was a lot of fun, and then I went on a sad girl break, and that's been 2 weeks now. So yeah, we'll get back into it. Because, you know, I'm excited. And I'm also excited because I desperately just want to become a better writer. Like, that's really just the aim of literally anything. If I send you my work, I want you to, like, tell me ways that I can make sure that you're like, oh my god, I love these characters. They broke my heart. They make me sad. And I also want to create, like, fully dimensional characters, because I won't name names, but I definitely named it before. But there are some books that I was like so like into growing up, and I was like, oh my god, this is the best, and then I come to realize that their characters were really just like one-dimensional, and I want multi-dimensional characters. So I want to work on it, which is why I will always grab some books that will help me. And also, I think it's like One Stop for Writers. All of the links and everything is going to be in my description, so you don't have to worry about anything. But One Stop for Writers, it gives descriptions of like literally anything. If you want emotions, it tells you how characters would feel, say, or do. Well, not say, but feel or do if they're feeling like emotional or whatever. It also gives you descriptions of scenes, like if you want them to be in a castle, then it'll say like these are the things that you will possibly see if your character was in a castle, if your character was in the slums, if your characters were in an alleyway. It gives you like descriptions and feelings or whatever of what could possibly happen, because some stories, like, I've never been there before, so I think it's also like really nice for me to like figure out like what it could possibly feel like or be like if I was in like a I don't know, I can't think of anything. A pirate ship. I don't actually know if they actually have a pirate ship, but like I'm sure they have like a ship, or like being on the ocean, and then I can take from there. But it's really informative and it's really good. You can get like, I think it's either 2 weeks for free. It's either 1 week or 2 weeks for free, and then it's $10 a month, and it is money, but I recommend it. I think it's really good. I think that what I'm going to do soon is pay for 1 year instead of doing the 1 month subscription, because I'm actually tired of doing 1 month subscriptions, and I think that I can kind of just like splurge here and there just to make sure that things are good, you know. I've never done that before. I feel like that's like adulty to buy like for an entire year subscription, but I'm going to do it. What else do I have for you guys? I did the one last stop. So I also have this gigantic journal, once again, for the first book that I had, which is why I kind of worry about writing all these other books, because I have so many notes, so many things, so many bits of information about like everything. I think I actually might buy a new binder for this. A while ago I printed out my entire story, so that's what's taking out a lot of it. Well, not the entire story. I knew it wasn't done when I printed it out, but I wanted to do hand edits, but then I found a beta reader, and the beta reader told me there's a whole lot. But yeah, this is all this has story places. It has like informational ways to like write. This is from Tomi Adeyemi on her page, where she was like doing like writing stuff and everything. I think she still does like writing workshops and stuff, but I did print out a lot of her worksheets. I think that's pretty much what's in this now. Yeah. All right. Because I took all that was in here. Oh no, I took what was in there and I put it in here. So yeah, this is all the story. I forgot. I have like so much information like literally everywhere. It's interesting. So yeah, this is like the whole story and everything that's in there. All the drafts, the printed out like Google Docs and everything. It's in here. And then I use these boards. The student boards. I'm not going to show it to you guys because I don't want to spoil my work or whatever. But like, yeah, these boards, I would use this, and like this will have like characters and with index cards that I'll tape to it with like character descriptions, informations, what the characters do, how old they are, what's their zodiac signs, what's their MBTI. That's what it is, right? I have to sneeze. I really have to sneeze. Bless me. Thank you. Alright, yeah. So this has like, it'll have like everything about certain characters. Over here we'll probably have, if I have too many characters, then I'll put more characters over here. And then here we'll have like settings, a to-do list of things that I need. You know what a to-do list is. Like, oh, you have to write, this character going to the store, using the bathroom, talking to his partner, something like that. It'll go here just so I have like a whole to-do list. And once again, the to-do list will probably be like literally everywhere, like in one journal, in another journal, because I rewrite everything in multiple places in order to make sure that they're good. But yeah, it's usually, that's how it'll be. And setting like descriptions of certain places, how many, I have a book with like 5 kingdoms in it. So I have to write like main places, what do people drink, what's their favorite foods in that place, like what's their like specialty in whatever kingdom, and da-da-da, like I have to do all of that. Yeah, so I have one, I guess I can, storyboards, that's what it is, right? Storyboards. I saw this girl on TikTok, and woman on TikTok, and she had post-it notes all up on her wall. Like she had like a whole room solely for her to put post-it notes, and then it will be color coded to like, this is a character description, this is the plot, this is the this is the that, and she's able to like fully describe out, like write out the whole story in post-it notes and place it all on her wall. I do not have that luxury, that amount of space or anything, so I bought these. If you also don't have that much space, I definitely recommend getting these in order for you to really write out like what your characters are up to, the story, whatever bits of information that you need. I'm using mine in this way. You can use yours in whatever way. If you find that you need like a visual, like what's going on in my story, I definitely do recommend this, or a dry erase board. I also bought a dry erase board. I was going to use it for story writing, but I really mostly just use it for like to-do lists. I have a short to-do list and a big to-do list. Yeah, I was gonna say something else about the boards. Yeah, I use them for, I got them on Amazon. I got it for $10. So it comes with 3 of them. One is for one book, one is for another book, and I just got a whole new story idea. It's a story idea about my best friend who passed away and our friendship. So I need to start a new one for that one, and then also for like the podcast that I plan on doing, I probably need to get another one. But what I was going to say is that I think that the box that it came in, it's 3 boards that came in a cardboard box, so I feel like I could use the cardboard box it came in for a 4th storyboard. I really can't put stuff up on my walls that my cat could possibly touch, because she'll be like, hey, I know it's 5 a.m. but I need to destroy or just like knock shit over, and I do not want all of my story to be scattered out on the floor. Anyways, some benefits of having a cat, you know, just being woken up by your things being on the floor. It's literally how I woke up this morning. Yeah, I feel like that's really the bulk of like what I use to create. I definitely recommend getting a nice cup of tea, big thing of water, and this is really my writing uniform. It's always like an oversized sweatshirt. I always buy in 2XL because they are cozy as fuck. Yeah, what's your writing process? What do you do? I want this to be a conversation. Also, I need more Black queer writers. If you are a Black queer writer, actually a queer writer of color, let's broaden it to a queer writer of color. I would love to meet a lot more of you guys. So, message me or whatever, please. Yeah, I think that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for listening. What's your writing process? I already asked that, but like really comment below. As I already said, I love learning new things. So if you have like bits of information, little tips and tricks to keep yourself productive, because I know that I've been having a hard time keeping myself productive. What are they? Like, what do you do? What do you do? Yeah. Peace out. Oh, yeah, I have to do like a cute, like, thumbnail. No. It's not showing my skin color. This is my natural. Oh, wait. Apple's like a trademark, right? Division 1. Oh, because I always do the thumbnail. I got this done by an artist named their title is named Rye Garden. I'll also leave them in the description below because it's rude of me to show out the work. I got this, I commissioned their work back in I think like May or something, because I really wanted to support them and I really wanted my characters drawn, so I got them drawn. To see a better picture you can go and check my Instagram. But yeah, these are the 2 main characters. I'm probably going to get my 2 other characters, all of my characters commissioned. But a better resource is using PICREW. I'm gonna keep it like this for a second. Is using PICREW. PICREW, you can really custom design all of your characters. I've done that before, and all of my characters, each and every one of them, and it's free. But then I'm also like for certain scenes or certain outfits or whatever to be you know, thingy. So yeah, see a little fox, you're like, who's that? Ew, how long is it like that? That's embarrassing. If it was like that the whole video, I am not changing it. Okay. Wow. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go to bed now. It is 3 o'clock. Yeah.